All right, dang. What's happening, fam? Damn. All right then. LAR movement, bless you. Thank you. Yeah. LAR movement still moving. Um, as you can tell by the title, I was raised by a woman, but I don't think like one, right? And this is what's going on. Is that, nowadays we got people who are raised by women, but for some odd reason, you know, it's really pretty much a consensus that everybody thinks like a woman. Hold on, man. I gotta see if this thing is on again. I don't even know if it was working or not because the internet keeps jumping on me. But okay, since it's on 55, I don't know. But I was listening to Renaissance today. Shout out to her, and she was doing a breakdown of, I think, Derek Jackson and Tony Gaston just giving dating advice. What's up, Major? What's up, Devin? Jermaine? You know, Excalibur, what's happening, man? And she was giving that type of her perspective of what was being said. And I'm looking at it like, and I'm listening to it rather, and I'm like, yeah, that makes no sense whatsoever. But the underlying thing I started thinking about this was, I think one of the, I'm not gonna make absolutes, so I'm just gonna say what it looks like. So I'm saying what it looks like to me. What it looks like to me is because of black men's upbringing with single mothers, it looks like, the women and the men think that the men think just like their single mom. And that's not true. Now, there's a period of time where these young, like when you're a young boy and sometimes a young man, you mimic the thoughts of your mom. Yeah, he's a man that was to do. What's up, George? What's happening? Oh, temptation. That's cold blooded, George. I like your post talk about the health, man. I appreciate that. That's real talk. I be finding them while I'm at work, so I found it late. Sorry about that. Um, so I'm sitting there looking at it like, okay, when these boys are raised by their mothers, and I'm using it as an example. I was really raised by my grandparents predominantly, but but both of my grandmothers are grandparents, right? So the thing about it is, what's up, Aunt? You thinking that these guys are because you're thinking of a child who's like mom, who wants the best for his mom, and that's not the real. That's not who you're dealing with as a grown man, you know. So when I see this dynamic, it's far too often these men think like this because the yo mama black type argument. That's your upbringing. Let me see his relationship with his mama. That's his upbringing. All of these things don't qualify this man for being if he's a man or not. But it's so female centered that people actually believe. If your upbringing comes that you was raised by a single mother, you automatically think like a single mother or a woman rather, or single woman. And the crazy part about it is most men can understand women better if you're raised by women. You can understand the things that don't really connect. You can kind of figure it out, but that doesn't mean that these guys think like women. That doesn't mean because you can understand or figure out the opposite sex that you're going to go around thinking like the opposite sex because you were raised by a woman. You're going to realize, your mother taught you things that, for one, you as a man don't need, you as a man don't agree with, you as a man don't use. So you're going to throw away. There's going to be a certain amount of information and lessons that your mother tries to impart on you. You usually don't have to toss those to the side. You might have to bring them. You might keep them in your memory bank, but you're gonna toss them to the side. And what I mean by keep them in your memory bank is if you have a daughter, then you might, pull some of that stuff back out. Like, okay, I know this, I know that, I know that. But the reality of it is you're not gonna think like a woman. No matter, well, let me add something to that. You're not gonna be a grown man thinking like a woman. You're gonna grow out of that. Even if when they say these you emasculate these boys and try to make these boys effeminate, there comes a point where even pre-teenage, pre-pubescence, where the boys start getting out of that, and then they become teenagers and adults. What's up, Emmanuel? What's up, James? And they become young men, teenagers, young men, and adults, and they completely out of it. They tried to change your mindset, and that just doesn't work. I think the ladies actually think it works, but it doesn't. So getting to the point, you were raised, I was raised by a woman, female centered. My thought process isn't female centered. The way that I operate isn't female centered. I'm not, guys are not concerned about, women, like what's on their mind and what they're feeling and their upbringing and how you should cater to them. That's not how guys think. What's up, I am Alpha? That's just not how we think. Just because if I was just because I was raised by a woman doesn't mean I think about woman first, man second. That's completely ridiculous. Because that would mean you're thinking about you first and me second, and I'm thinking about you first and me second. So who's looking out for me? Nobody. What's up, Anonymous? Like that's not what's gonna happen. And I was listening to Soul when they had Tariq and Rizza Islam, and I forgot the other two brothers. The host of the show, and another guy. And in the beginning, they was talking about race and politics. And the thing about it was, you can, and let me preface this. You can tell when you're dealing with a man who thinks female centered, because the minute that men say something that's male first or self-preservation first, the men get flustered. What's up, Paul? Like when you see people say, oh, well, I need to do this for me and do this. What do you mean? Wait. What about everybody else? I ain't talking about everybody else. Like, I'm talking about me first. Everybody else ain't gonna do nothing for me. I gotta look out for me first. Wolf, what's happening? What's good? So that's a problem. Because when I see this, to me, it looks like people are offended because men who were raised by single women and single mothers don't have a female-centered mindset. Or when these guys grow out of a female-centered mindset, that's part of when they become quote-unquote toxic. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make sense. And I'm talking about, and even Donnie and Mike. Thank you, Devin. Donnie and Mike. It came across that, oh, what about everybody else? What about everybody else? Why should I care about everybody else? I don't understand that. That's part of the issue that we're having in our community. Because for some odd reason, because we're thinking that, all of these women are single and all these mothers are single, you're assuming that the men who were raised by single mothers are going to do something to stop single motherhood or save single mothers without taking into consideration something very important. These guys might have looked at their mother as a woman when they were younger, as a woman who just happened to come into single motherhood in bad circumstances. It was mistakes made on men's part. But even as they grow up, they're going to grow out of that. So they're going to look at single women and single mothers as people who made decisions that wind up putting them in a position that they're single women and single mothers. They're not all helpless victims who life just happened to them and that they're doing the best that they can with the cards that they're dealt. That's not how it's going to be looked at. So these guys are not female centered. So they're not going to go out and into life looking at women like, oh man, I know life is messed up because the men was up here. R.I.P. Dusty. Well, okay, Dusty. You know, because my mama was dealing with some things, and I saw my mama struggle. I know you struggling too, and it's at no fault of your own. Like, nah, these guys who were raised by single mothers and single women are not going to think that about you. In the beginning, they get that, the female centered thing where treat a woman like this, and I want you to treat a woman like that, and treat a woman this way, and this how when mom wants to teach you as a young man, as a young boy or young male, how to treat a woman in the right way because she was quote unquote dogged out. When you come to realize that the young girls that you're dating don't like the guy that treats them nice for the most part, they like the guy that treats them not so nice. So your mama was the same way. And now, when you try to act out being female centered and being super chivalrous, you wind up getting your lunch handed to you and your lunch taken and getting used and played. And you come to figure out, okay, that's not a good idea. So then when people say, well, you were raised by a woman, you should do this, that. No. He learned that lesson early. He learned the lesson of not being female centered because he's not going to get anything out of it. That's all. He's only going to get taken, drained, used. You know what I'm saying? Maybe even manipulated. And this is one of the issues that go along the way that people just want to kind of obfuscate. Man, I know I'm tired today. But that's part of the problem. The other part of the problem is this. I was raised by a woman. Because you were raised by a woman, you're going to be more emotional. I definitely understand it. But I have to put a caveat in it. You're going to be, quote unquote, more emotional when you're younger and coming up. And you think you're going to be able to not just emotional, you think you're going to be able to operate in the same way that females operate. And then you're going to realize, what's up, young Jay? What's up, big poke dog? And then when you're a young man, you're going to realize the rules for men and women are completely different. You can't do what women do with men and get away with it. You're gonna run into some opposition. And then, the other part about the emotional thing is some guys, he's emotional because he was in a single parent household, and some guys who are in a 2-parent household say that, but I'm gonna tell you what some of these guys act like broads. And what they do is they hide behind, I come from a 2-parent household, meaning I'm acting like a broad, but you're supposed to respond to me in the way that I think you should because I know you're emotional, you're gonna come from a single parent household. I know you're gonna act a certain way. And that's one of those things that happen too often. This is what I mean by I was raised by a woman, but I don't think like one. This is what I mean. This is what I mean right here. We just showed up. Don't even know where this is started and where this is going, but I immediately, she just immediately come in. You need to do what I need to tell you to do. Blah, 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 blah. Just shenanigans. No, Rifai, your shenanigans. Because you on them shenanigans. Hold up. Dead set. What's happening? I don't know why. I'm going to give them what they want. She want attention. God dog it, I don't know what hell happened to the screen. Just hold on for a second. But this emotional thing, right? So then you got guys saying these guys are emotional because of this, that, and the third. Oh, my goodness. These guys are emotional because they were raised by their mama. And then at the same time, you say these guys got killer instincts because they was raised by their dad. But here's a problem. When a guy has a killer instinct and he's raised by his mom, you consider him too emotional. And if he got that same killer instinct and he's raised by his dad, now he's an alpha male. You know what I'm saying? So, tell us, you want to interject. But I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna get to it. Thanks, Dad said. You know, but uh, let me get back to let me get back to putting you on it front and center. You know, but this is the thing about being quote unquote emotional. You know what I'm saying? I know they got the Jordan doc out now. When Jordan was getting, you know, if you don't understand, Michael Jordan was petty, and he was looking for reasons to give you the business. You know, he was petty. That ain't a quote unquote a masculine alpha male trait. That he to keep his edge, he had to do some, to be on some petty stuff. And the other guys who was considered alpha males, they was on petty stuff too. Just looking to create drama to be driven. And I understand it. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who, that's what a lot of men get tired of in general over time is working yourself up to working yourself up and talking yourself up to be over the top in a sense. What's up, Jacqueline? What's up, honey? You know, so that's the thing. You know, so this is the issue. So when guys talk to guys about this stuff, you being emotional or like I've known guys who like stab like men and women do this where they'll like to step somebody's line or cross somebody or stab somebody in the back, and then they respond to you just being emotional. No, I'm not. I'm about to bust your head because you out of pocket. And, see, if you was a real this, that, and the third, you wouldn't do that. It's like, no, if you was a real person, you wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? Don't say some of these guys are being emotional because you out of pocket and you want him to be super stoked. You don't want this person to say enough is enough. What's up, Tony? You know what I'm saying? So this is one of the things. Oh, Wolf, you answer that question. So this is a problem. Now some guys are just over the top emotional and they act too feminine. I can definitely see that. You know what I'm saying? I could definitely see that. Cause some dudes you be looking at them like, damn, bro, like when you gonna like seriously, like when you gonna act like you got some sense, you know? When you gonna do that? I did say hi to you. Refi, you retarded. I don't know where your ears at. I said it when you came in here. Jesus. L.A.R, what's popping? Tell him. You know, man, if you don't get your fake ass out of here, Refi. Now, where I'm going next is the dating advice. Because, like I said, one of the reasons I'm making this is because Renaissance was listening to Tony Gaston and Derek Jackson. And they were giving bad dating advice. And the women don't realize why the guys say it's bad dating advice. But Ren was just breaking it down. Why? Because basically, to give these women dating advice, it sounds like a man would. It sounds like a man who wants to think like a woman is responding to a woman. If you give this man your all and you do everything for him, and you're his sun and his moon and his stars, and he cheated on you and he broke your heart and he wants, and this is how you get on the internet and make him, make him wish he never dumped you again. Like, excuse me? Wait, you just assumed that this guy in this made up stuff. Thanks, Wolf. You know, appreciate you, Wolf. Like, thanks, man. You know, you assume that these guys, when you give this dating advice, what's up, Ryan? You assume that these guys, when they get this dating advice, it's not, you want dating advice from a man, but it looks like he was raised by a woman, so he's gonna respond quote unquote like a woman. And even the men say these guys are playing y'all, because even the men say these guys know they lying to y'all, but y'all don't listen to that, because this is what you're attracted to: men who you think actually think like their mamas raised them to think. And it's not true. It's just not true, because when they were making up these tropes about these men, these guys are no good. They didn't do you right. They left you for another woman. They didn't handle their business. They didn't know how to be a man because they wasn't raised to know how to be a man. They don't know how to love. But this is the very guy, he's going to teach you how to get on the internet and make him curious enough to want you back again because he left you or he broke up with you. And now you want to make him so jealous that you're going to do this and he's going to run back to you. And it's like, did you believe that? Like, if you flip this around, would it make sense? Like, if let me flip it around right now. I got a woman, I've been good, John. How you been? Let me say, if I got a woman and she doesn't know how to be a woman, right? She doesn't know how to be a woman because she wasn't raised to be. She's not a good woman. She's a liar. She's a user. She's a cheater. She's a manipulator, right? What else could she have been? She's just out of pocket in every way, right? She's the epitome of all these red flags. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Ms. Muhammad? She's the epitome of all these red flags. And we broke up, and now I want to get on Instagram and stunt on her to make her want me again. How much sense does that make? And this is a good idea. I'm going to show her I'm living my best life. I'm at every restaurant and I'm fly and I'm posting everything I'm doing in hopes that the woman who is bad for me watches everything and wants me back again. Like, it's completely ridiculous in every way. But it's like, oh, because I was raised by a woman, I'm supposed to think like a woman, right? Let me see something, because my computer acting up. Hold on. Hold the hell on real quick, because I don't know what's going on right now. Okay. Can y'all hear me right now? Okay. So what wound up happening was, I'm sitting here thinking to myself that people are out of their mind and they know they're out of their mind. And I'm like, oh, whatever. So now you're going to give dating advice from this perspective, and you're assuming that these guys think like this. You're assuming that these guys are like, yeah, that's exactly, you think this guy is thinking like his mama would have implanted him to be. And what I mean by that is, and okay, let me double back for a second. What I'm saying is, if anybody has ever watched Marvel, Captain America, right? The Winter Soldier, Bucky was brainwashed. And it comes off like you're giving these women dating advice as if these men, because they was raised by single mothers, that they're brainwashed. And all you got to do is say the magic 5 words together. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're going to sit there, banana pudding, Mother's Day, trains, the number 8, and you're going to say something like, I don't know, coleslaw. And then the guy's just going to sit in the chair and he's, I'm gonna be everything my mom told me to be for you. Like it's not. It don't work like that. Like, I don't know. I don't know where this is coming from. Like, you know, these guys. This is, but people are believing this to be true. Dion, what's happening? Devin, what's happening? Like, I don't understand it. That's true, Jacqueline. You know, exactly. The excuses do run their course. Man, hold on. Man, BGS is the man. L.A.R BGS is the man. Now, this is the other part about this. Because I was raised by a woman, but I don't think like one. This is what I mean by male roles. Because when people think, what your mama thinks a man is, what your mama thinks a man is, it doesn't really matter. Because your mama don't know what it's like to be a man. So just because somebody's raised by a single woman or a single mother, that mother does not know how to think like a man. That mother does not know what it is to be a man. She's never been a man a day in her life. So when you ladies come up, with these ideas and that's ideologies that, because you were raised by a woman or you were raised by women, all of a sudden your role as a man changes because you're gonna add something to it. Yeah, hey, exactly, Tony. It is big business. Like that's the ridiculous part because even when these guys are raised by women and single mothers, then you want them to enter the world and be men like a single mother taught him to be, and that's not going to work for him. If you really think that's like, see, this is this, and the flip side is this. You see how when women, single women and single mothers teach their daughters to act like what they think men act like in the world, at the end of the day, it doesn't work for them. At the end of the day, they wind up going down a path that causes them a whole lot of aggravation that they never had to entail because they went on a fantasy chase. You know, yeah, I feel that some just take better advice, but honey, if you're gonna take, you can't you you got people out here taking bad advice because it's coming from a guy or a girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna take this bad advice because it came from this gender. No, that's not how it goes. But that's the thing about it. Where going back to the thing, what I meant about the family aspect. You know, who I am as a man is not ultimate. What's happening? What's happening, fam? I'm glad you're here. Like, what's going on in this? In this is a bunch of shenanigans. Because at the end of the day, what we're doing is we're messing around and we out here with this. How can I say this? We're out here. You're trying to take these young boys and make them manly men and sensitive girly girls. And I remember I even had this issue. I remember my son's mother. She wanted to, she wouldn't. My son didn't know how to brush his own hair, but she wanted him to learn to know how to brush a woman's hair. And I was like, man, if you don't cut that out, you know what I'm saying? So I got him into doing his thing. I'm like, no, you ain't finna be doing girls' hair. Your mama grown. You know what I'm saying? But she wants to make you as feminine as possible so you can understand her shenanigans. I'm like, not finna happen. Don't protect no female. Look at, stating something like that. How can, yeah. But that's the thing. Like, how can a guy, and that's the crazy part about it is, how can a guy do that? You know what I'm saying? Big Poke, thanks, fam. My computer's frozen right now. I don't know what it is. That's why the music ain't playing. So that's why I ain't put the thing up and say thank you like that. But this is part of the issue. Because now you want these guys to have these super male gender roles. And I hear it when I hear all of these conversations, even online. A man is supposed to protect and provide. I get that. But he's not supposed to protect and provide the way you as a woman think a man should protect and provide because you think he was raised by a woman. Because what some of y'all doing, y'all trying to obfuscate out of your own duties. He needs to protect and provide, and you know what? And so you want him to do all the male role and the majority of the female roles because he was raised by a woman. And you think that's supposed to be a good deal for this guy because he was raised by a woman, so you think he thinks like one. You think he thinks like my mama told me I need to protect and provide, so I'm gonna protect and provide like my mama told me. Plus, I'm gonna do the cooking and the cleaning, and I'm gonna be the nurturer and the homemaker too in the house. And you know what? So you can just run off for life and get pampered, and I'm gonna pamper you when you get home. No, he was raised by a woman. He don't think like one. That's a complete scam. You know what I'm saying? Thanks, honey, because you know. Like the video. Oh man, appreciate that, bro. This is the crazy part about it. Yeah, she needs to be loved on a woman's terms, and that's not true. That's not what it's about. That's absolutely not what it's about. Oh shit, now it's working again? Okay. Hold up. Thanks, Poke Dog. Jeez, like this thing is crazy. And that's what it is. Like you a personal genie. So when it comes to these roles, this is one of the big, the issues. He's raised by a woman, so he needs to think like one, and it's not going to happen. Now, the other part about that is going a little bit further. When it comes to fatherhood, that's a whole nother, like fathers, husbands, and fathers. Because I was just talking role, but because these guys are because I was quote unquote raised by a woman, I was raised by one, but I don't think like one. So I'm not going to be the father my mama want me to be, or the father you think my mama want me to be, right? Or the husband you think my mama raised me to be. It's like, no, because you want something from these men that these men don't want for themselves. And you got to remember, like I said earlier, when the upbringing comes up, a lot of guys gravitate to how can I say this? When you see these guys raised by women, a lot of them, it's not just games they gravitate to. It's team sports, it's think tanks, it's group things with other boys and other young men, and they start bouncing off of each other. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, look, man, I'm humbled by that, L.A.R. Like I'm not drinking, but I'm tired, so I'm messing up names right now. Mr. Gordon. No, I'm just, man, look, I was going through it last week, bro. Like I was going through it last week when my cousin got killed. So look, I'm here. And hopefully I'm giving you something that brightens your day. I'm gonna do some more upbeat stuff in the coming days because I think that's needed also. So just like BGS here, I'm here too. So keep moving forward. This too shall pass. Just keep moving forward. Because I'm still having my good days and my bad days myself. I get it. Right. Yeah, big that don't make no sense, because this is what's happening now, Gangster, what's happening? Exactly, man. It's not defined by women, but because somebody's man, it's all good, Jermaine. Thanks. It's one of those things where when women think they're defining, you should be this kind of man and this kind of husband and this kind of father. This is when the guys are like, they just like, shut up. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you have no idea what it's like to be a man. You don't have no idea, the amount of effort it took to actually from a boy to become a man, with with help and without help. You get what I'm saying? But this idea that he's going to be the father this way, like I get so tired of these fake commercials with these guys uh dressed up in tiaras and tutus and skirts because he got a daughter. That's not a father. They catering to some BS that people want guys to be. Dads would do little tea parties and stuff with their daughters, but fathers ain't just going dressing up like that, like girls, just because he got a daughter. And this is the stupidity of it. You really think, okay, let's run the logic out for when people think this is cute. So if you were a girl, if you were a daughter, right? Or if you were a mother and you watch this, and your daughter grew up with her dad putting on tiaras and tutus and doing cheerleading stuff with him, what kind of man? But do you think she would date a man that would put on tiaras and tutus because dad did it when she was a little girl? That, like, come on now. That's stupid. Lottery Guru, what's happening? I appreciate that, lottery. Man, I'm bugging right now. Tell him, Tony, exactly, Tony. He's not dressing up like, not doing it. Because then you put that in your daughter's mind that, because you can say you're going to put that in your daughter's mind. She needs to be with a man who's willing to dress like a, all these, you remember that a couple last month or this month that flipped the switch challenge? You ladies really want to be with a man who, when you flip the switch, he wearing your dress, dancing like you? See, I was raised by a woman. I'm not finna do that. DJ Moss, what's happening? TD Hutch, what's popping? Hey, you gonna flip the switch and I'm gonna just be sitting there in a skirt? Absolutely not. That's cool? Absolutely not. You out your mind. I didn't even know Third World was popping, man. It was good. But this is where we get things wrong. We get things absolutely wrong. This part of I was abandoned. Because and this is why I say the father and the husband thing is different. I was raised by a woman, but I don't think like one, because when you become a man, when people say they was abandoned, you kind of look at it differently. Like, excuse me, how were you? How exactly were you, quote unquote, abandoned by your, father or your husband, or what I'm saying? How? What happened? Because it doesn't sound right. It comes from a different point of view that I don't understand. That's what he says it requires an exception. Now, some guys it takes longer than others. CJ, some guys ain't with it early, and then some guys they get older, and some of them do it early. Some of them in their teens. Some of them college, military age, and some of them become grown men. Like, what am I doing? This is stupid. Oh man, yeah, man. Yes, Justin. Yes. Well, I'm using commercials with that as an example, but there are dudes online doing stupid stuff like that. They're the minority, but they're y'all doing stupid stuff like that. Now the other thing about it is, I was raised by a woman, but I don't think like one. I ain't finna be inclusive. Like a lot of these ladies, this idea that because you were raised by a woman and women have these issues and women have those issues and women want to be inclusive with other groups that have issues. Because I was raised by a woman, I'm supposed to be inclusive with everybody's ideas and ideologies. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because everybody issue ain't the first and foremost, everybody issues aren't the same. And second, everybody issues aren't really serious. You know what I'm saying? everybody teeny top. It's like everybody issues ain't that serious. Like when you hear people's talking points about what bothers them and what they need in society, it's a hierarchy of people's complaints. Some people have issues that really need to be addressed. Other people are just like you listening to what you know, listening to their quote unquote struggle, and you're like, man, if you don't shut your punk ass up with that, you know, it don't make sense. You know, yeah, this is part of what I'm talking about. Because when you telling women no, some women is a turn on, and other women it's like, what do you mean? Yo, where's your mother? Like I got female friends, they crack me up. They tell me, oh, I need to talk to your mother. I'm like, what the hell that's gonna do? You think what you and I've told my friends that what you think my mama gonna give you the secret code? You know, it's gonna be the secret code. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you. If you give my son Oreo cookies at 7:35 a.m. with a side of milk, he'll be yours forever. He'll do whatever you want. Like I don't know what the hell you're thinking. But back to the inclusive part, right? Oh no. Me and O'Shea going tomorrow. Like me and O'Shea going tomorrow. So we probably take calls tomorrow. I don't be taking callers on that. Every now and then, Big Unc, I open it up. But you know what I'm saying? That's just every now and then. So my bad. When I do Zoom, I might want to do Zoom and do that. Or just you know, or open it up from time to time. At least once a week I'm gonna open it up. I figure that, you know. So this is part of the problem. But inclusive. Because I was listening to the brothers on that Fox Soul thing. When a black man was talking about, they kept talking about the LG, like they were pushing LGBT rights, and Tariq and Rizzo was like, no, we got to worry about us first. And they was just like, but they go through stuff too. They're like, not like us. Well, we need to worry about them for. They got their own issues. Let them. But you're being homophobic. They're like, no, we're not. Like you want to have sex with, you want to have sex with. That's your thing. Like that's what it is. And then they started talking from a perspective that these guys couldn't understand. You know, the same thing is when because I was raised by a woman, I don't think like one. I'm not finna hop on everybody's bandwagon. Oh, Shane Linus, what's happening? I'm not finna be a feminist because I was raised by a woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna be for gay rights because I was raised by a woman. I'm not finna be for people of color because I was raised by a woman. Because I'm a man. For one, I'm a black man for one. And I know that all of these inclusive groups don't include me. So just because I was raised by a woman does not mean I'm going to help your inclusive causes that don't include me and don't care about me whatsoever. I think that's completely stupid. You know what I'm saying? Patrick, what's popping? Oh man, Tony, my bad. Thanks, fam. Yeah, Rachel, we don't fight meaningless causes. And it's not to say that she gonna flip the shit. Hey, you know what? God dog it. What's happening? She gonna flip that switch and cheat on you. That's so stupid. Royce, what's happening? Truck, what's happening? So the other thing about that is why I say this is because the other thing about the inclusive thing is, you know, I was raised by a woman, but I don't think like one because once again, men aren't bad. See, women, you know, women and single women, single mothers, feminist ideology type women. It's all the guys who want to play off of that mentality always come from the angle that men are bad. Men are bad. Men are evil. Men are liars. Men are dogs. Men are cheaters. Men are users. Men are abusers. Men are abandoners. Men are the most negative things in the world. You know, no, big on. You know, I tell you what though. Friday, I'm off Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So when I go Friday, I'm gonna just open it up and you can just hash at it because I'm gonna get off of here probably like 15 minutes anyway. Because I still got stuff to do. So that's the only reason. That's the only reason, fam. But because tomorrow we're doing the brother pill, so we call into that. But this idea that men are always bad. Now the irony of it is, I was raised by a woman. I've seen men pull the women in my life out of bad circumstances. Like they blame men for this, that, and the third, but it's men who's always pulling them out of circumstances. So men are bad, but men are always helping you. Men are abandoners, but men are always there when you need them. Like that duality don't make sense. Men are dogs and cheaters, but you're dating a man with a girlfriend or a married man. You a side chick, but it's the man that's the bad one and you the good one. Like that never, that ideology just doesn't make sense whatsoever. But like I said, I was raised by a woman, but I don't think like one, right? This is what this is about. Because if men are bad, then how come you always want men, you feel like men owe you something? Because if somebody's bad, you don't feel entitled to them. You know what I'm saying? Like we say, we'll say the devil is bad. Does the devil owe you a one-way ticket to heaven? No. You know what I'm saying? Because they'll say the devil puts temptation around you. You choose it. So, but you're saying these guys are the devil because they're putting temptation around you. But the irony of it is, a lot of times these guys aren't doing anything, ain't putting temptation around you. A lot of times, because, if I was raised by a woman or a single woman, I've seen single women make a lot of bad decisions. And the reason why they made that decision, they already knew they had cover to blame the man. She dated the wrong type of guy. How you going to be, I'm a ride or die chick, or I like bad boys, but these men are no good. If you want to be ride or die, which is AKA Bonnie and Clyde, they was criminals. If you like bad boys, they're not good people. So here's the thing. If you like that, it's not, men aren't bad and evil. You like bad people. So you're bad too. You know what I'm saying? So that's part of the thing. Yeah. So now, when you're looking at these men, yeah, these men could have been raised by women. They're not going to think like that. They're not going to think, I'm a bad man. I'm a bad man because I'm a man. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to prove it to you by being the best man you ever met. Because this is part of the dynamic and that manipulative tactic when you're younger, when you hear these sob stories about, I was treated so bad and I was cheated on, and you hope it's, and she's tugging at your quote unquote heart because she's hoping that your mama got cheated on, and oh man, he beat me with an aluminum bat, and I ain't been right since. That's the only reason I wear weave, because I got a metal plate in my head to cover up the spot where he hit me with the bat. Like that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he went to the casino and he spent all of my student loan money, and I never got an education because he lost it all in Vegas, and I got all of this debt because a man did that to me. Like, no. That's the only reason I'm in here stripping and smoking weed. Like, Kid Showers had it. He said, go keep singing the blues. So this is part of the problem. These guys don't think like that. Yeah, a lot of times when you girls feel like y'all getting pumped and dumped and y'all getting played and y'all getting ghosted and y'all thinking because men are trash or men are bad. No, he was raised by a woman. He could tell when you're trying to run game on him. He don't think like a woman, though. He not finna go, oh my God, come here, my love, I'll save you. It's not finna happen. He just gonna go, okay, you playing games. All right, I'm done. I ain't got time for these games. You know what I'm saying? You wasting my time. So these guys don't look at it the same. They just don't. They just don't. I want to be with that side. But when these guys are raised by women, and that's the other thing about it. When guys are raised by women, I think women don't take into consideration all the dirt he's seen women do in his life. So he doesn't look at your perspective per se as righteous and angelic and you're a victim because these things shouldn't happen to you. He's seen women do these things, that were just unethical and immoral because you liked it, because you wanted to do it. So if you think these guys are raised by women and they think like women, and the reason why I made this crazy decision is because I was hurt. Like, you're not gonna. If you notice, these guys, these guys are not out here. I'm gonna tell you why I cheated on you is because I was hurt. You hurt me. When you said my feet look too fat in those sneakers. Oh my God. I went to someone else for comfort. And I bought some new sneakers because of you. Like, no. You weren't paying attention to me. So I burned up your clothes. Like, you got to be lucky that these, like, we were raised by women. We don't think like them. Like, if men who were raised by women really thought like women, do you know the type of stuff we would do to y'all? Do you really know the type of stuff we would do to y'all? Like, we would do the type of stuff y'all do. And then when y'all say he's a, this dude acting like a broad, right? You act like a girl. Why you? And the funny part about it is, when guys are raised by women and they act with female tendencies, you women are very attracted to those guys. Yeah, like, you're attracted to those guys. Oh, look at the way he carries us. Look at the way he walks. Oh, look at his shoes. Oh, look at his hair. Oh my God. Look at, he looks so stunning. And you sitting there like, okay. And then you mad. You want to be with a pretty boy. And I'm going to tell you an old school female rule. Never be with a man who think he's prettier than you. But you ladies love guys who think they're prettier than women. Now, yeah, he took 17 hours in the mirror. Girl, he's so sexy. It's like, oh, come on, man. Come on. And Fabio, my bad. So it's crazy, but that's the reality of it. Like, if these men really acted like how their mamas acted, oh, you know how? Okay, let me run down how they act. They will use their good looks and their sexuality, and they'll use you to get some free haircuts, money. They'll use another woman. They'll have sex with most of y'all. They'll use a fat chick for money, and every now and then have sex with her. You know what I'm saying? They use a bunch of different. They use how can I say this? They're speaking half truths. You know what I'm saying? You see what's happening? Oh, yeah, let him go, but got mad when he moved up. That's part of the issue. And these guys would just be, they'll do all kinds of stuff. Yeah, thank you. Keying cars, busting out windows. These guys would be all on fans only. If they were raised by women, but it's hard times. It's hard times in this COVID. Let me go ahead and pull out the baby oil and get this fans only popper. Go on. I'm about to show you what I'm working with. This is the type of stuff that'll be going on. Y'all don't think about it like that, though. These guys will be on their phone taking selfies with filters all day long. All day long. Oh, don't I look so beautiful? Oh, look at me. Oh, my God, look. I'm so handsome. Oh, yes, I'm the one. They be doing duck lips all day long. And on the flip side, and I was clowning about this, You know, because some of you ladies always like taking credit for men's stuff. These guys will be doing the very same thing. Oh, she got a master's degree. It's like we got a degree together. Oh, she made $1 million. We made $1 million together. I was there. I supported her. Yes, I did. I supported her. You know, she studied by herself, but I was there. She got a degree with her name on it, but I was there. She got $1 million, but I was there. I deserve it. You know why? Because he was raised by a woman. He gonna start thinking like one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. She got beat. She got beat by her daddy and mama with a hot coat wire hanger. You know, we got beat as children by her parents 20 years before we met. I was there. I feel for her. I'm there. Like, this is the type of stuff that y'all to be dealing with. If we started acting like y'all. If we started acting like y'all, this is what we be doing. You know? We'll be getting with y'all for money all day long. We'll be practicing hypergamy all day long. The dick pic was be at all time. No, people sending them pics everywhere. No, you had a whole pic of the person though. You wouldn't just have a pic of them. You know, this is the type of stuff that we own right now, man, and it's stupid to me. Because, you know, thinking that these guys are really gonna think like women and operate like women and operate like women all the time, and then say and see. And here's the weird part about it: when you get these guys in that phase where they're really trying to be super accommodating and super and female centered, you tell them what? They ain't real men. They ain't real men. I need a real man. You're not a real man. You so sensitive and in tune with your emotions, and you so, oh my God. It's part of the he too nice thing. Which is weird because, you know, too nice is bad, too bad is good. But you complain about too bad. You know, we would be the same. We would, like, if we thought like women, we would do the same things as y'all. We really would. We would date strippers and scammers. I like bad girls. Bad girls are so attractive. And then we're going to run around. Oh, all these women are no good. All these women are no good. Who was your girlfriend? I was dating Black China and she cheated on me and she was in the strip club with all these other dudes. And she was taking their money. And I met her when she was a stripper. I met her, but she was supposed to change for me. She was supposed to change because mom got a good heart. Man, get out of here, man. Like, it's, you know, James Brown said, as a man's world, we got to deal with things as a man. I don't even care if he was raised by a woman. You got to deal with things like a man. You know, you just can't do that. Like, it's ridiculous that we even have to even think about certain things like this. Yeah. Like, we would really think like that, you know? That's why all of, man, John, is it? Yeah, oh, man. Oh, man. This is how we would act. We would act the same way. You know what I'm saying? We would act the very same way. And I think it makes no sense. Oh, man, don't be doing that, cynical. Don't be doing that, fam. Don't put your face in it. Put a mask on. Put a mask on. Because we, you know, just because we raised by women don't mean we think like ladies. And a lot of you ladies got to really get that home. Take that to the bank. Because when I see y'all talking and I see these guys talking and they're talking to black men in particular, y'all talking to these guys like they're not men first. Y'all talking to them like they're mentally and emotionally brainwashed into being women, but they're in the body of a man. And just the approach is so stupid to me that it makes no sense. You know, and then you know, it's just like when these women say, you know, I have masculine energy and I'm more of a man than you. And you're looking at her like, how stupid are you to even make to even think that. You done crowned yourself a man and more man than a man, and you've never been a man a day in your life. But because you got up one day and you felt like it made it real. You're stupid. But you think these just because these guys were raised by women and their mothers that they actually women at heart. They're not women at heart. They're not. They're men. They're not women in men's bodies. You know what I'm saying? I feel like The Hangover. You know, that's they want old boy to be like dude from The Hangover. She fucked the guy on the cruise. She fucked the waiter on the cruise ship. No, she fucked the bartender on the cruise ship, and he didn't even come inside her. Like, that's how you think these guys gonna be? No. But you know what? Let me get out of here, man. I just gotta I just gotta go ahead and get up out of here, man. Yeah, but they did a bad wolf over that. Like it's crazy. Like we spent for real though. You know, it don't make no sense, man. Man. I'm out of here, cynical. You gonna make me bust up laughing. Peace, y'all.